Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Linda.
This is my wonderful husband. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Linda.
I got the ticket. He was driving my car. My wonderful I'm not guilty.
Oh,
He is. Let me explain what happened.
I can't
I
wait.
get the ticket in the mail, and I go, "What's this?"
Explain what happened.
I can't wait.
He says, "Just pay it."
In the mail.
I said,
go, "What's this?"
"What happened?" He says, "I'm at the corner of Eddy and Dudley."
I said, what
And I
happened?
turned right
He
on a
says, "I'm
yellow
at the
light.
corner of
I
Eddy
said,
and
"You went
Dudley."
through a yellow light?"
And I
He says,
turned
"Yeah."
right on a yellow light.
I said, "I'm not paying it.
I said, "You
We're
went
going
through
to
a
fight
yellow
this."
light?" He says,
You have to fight him.
Yeah. So, so anyway, our son was
him.
in the hospital, had a very bad car accident,
So anyway,
and he was
our
going
son
there
was in
3
the
times a
hospital,
day.
Had a very bad
So I
car
said, we're going to
accident,
fight this.
and he was going there 3
So
times a day.
Wednesday, we looked at the
we're
video
gonna
for the
fight
first
this.
time.
So
And I said,
Wednesday, we
"You
looked
went
at the
through a red
video
light."
for the first time.
And so that's where
And
we
I
stand.
said, "You went through a red light."
So you came here today to tell me he's
And so
guilty.
that's where we stand.
I'm not guilty. The ticket's in my name.
No, I
I'm
know.
not guilty.
No, I understand. Tell me he's guilty. I said, you came here today to
I'm
tell
not
me
guilty.
he's
The ticket's
guilty.
in my name.
So
No,
the
I'm
first
not
thing you
guilty.
did was throw him under the bus. I said, you came here today to tell me
I'm not throwing myself under,
The first thing you did was throw him under the bus.
you know? I'm not throwing myself
So you
under.
think he's really guilty, huh?
When I looked at that video,
You know?
if I was a policeman,
So you think he's
I
really
would say he was guilty.
guilty?
When I looked at that video,
Me too.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I mean,
Raise your right hand. and repeat
it was a little bit close. A little bit close.
I want you to assume that you're
a
a
little bit
policeman right
close.
now, okay?
Yeah.
You're wearing
A little
Inspector
bit
Quinn's
close.
badge, okay?
Okay.
I want you to assume that you're And a policeman. you look at the right now, video, okay? You're wearing Inspector Quinn's
Mm.
badge,
And
then you look at the time on the video. Let's see the front face
And
sheet, please.
look at the video.
See where it says red
And then
time?
you
You're
look
going
at
to put
the
an
time on
arrow
the
there.
video.
Let's see the front face sheet, please.
Point 3?
See where it
It
says
says
point 3. You know what that means?
No.
That means he went through the light when it was red. It says point
3 seconds?
For 3/10 of a second.
Oh,
That
3
means he went
tenths, so it
through the
was
light
close.
When it was red. Well, you just said he's definitely guilty. I'm trying to explain to you. Now, I'm-
3/10 of a second, that's not much.
well, you just said he's
Now,
definitely guilty. I'm trying
let me
to
finish.
explain to you. Now,
Okay.
you go through this every day.
Yes, Your Honor.
We've been happily married for 43 years.
every day.
Right?
Yes, dear.
You know, when my wife and I meet people, usually they'll say, how long you been married? And I say, we've been happily married for 5 years. Now, my wife is young looking, people, usually they'll say, much younger looking than I am, even though, so. They say, oh, you've been happily married for 5 years. Is she your second or third wife? I say, oh, no, we've been married 50 years. We've been happily married for 5. But you've been happily married for how long?
Almost 43 years.
43 years. All right, now I'm going to make you a judge, okay? Yes, there
Okay.
you are.
Almost 43 years.
Can I call you Linda? You don't mind being
Linda,
called? All right.
that's fine.
All right, Linda, here's the deal. You're the judge, and the statute that set up this offense right, allows 2/10 of a second to get through the light, and they don't charge you.
Okay.
And
Missed it by 1.
to get through the light.
1/10.
And how do you handle this case? It's 3/10 of a second.
1/10.
Do you give him the benefit of the doubt? Right, or do you say, hey, 3/10, pay the fine? What do you do? Give him the benefit of the doubt. Right, or do you
I'll
say,
give him
hey,
the benefit of the
3/10,
doubt,
because it's your
and he
husband.
has to take me to dinner. That's the deal.
Well,
That's
I
the
have to
deal.
agree with her, Your Honor.
it's been my custom, it's been my policy in effect. Without the city coming in and proving the calibration, I think the difference between 2/10 of a second and 3/10 of a second is so small, right, that I usually give the benefit of the doubt, particularly when they come in with some high-powered defense like you.
You don't have to take me to dinner.
No, I'm not going to take you to dinner. I've been happily married for 5 years. That is dismissed. I've been happily married for 5 years.
Linda's husband has found the secret to a long, successful marriage.
No, it's not active listening or meaningful walks on the beach or mastering the Kama Sutra. Nope. No, it's not. It's much simpler than that. It's two simple words.
We've been happily married for 43 years, right?
Yes, dear.
That's right. The two most important words for a husband to learn are, yes, dear. Repeat that phrase every time she stops talking, and you're good to go. Pro tip, no charge.
Sergio D'Souza.
And you're good to go.
How are we doing, Your Honor?
No charge.
Who's this, your lawyer with you?
My son. 2.5. Your Honor.
What's the little guy's name? Your lawyer with you?
It's Gavin. 2.5.
Say, give him the gavel. Here, let him play with that.
Want to play with that? Look.
Say, give him the gavel. All right, he'll be quiet now for a minute. I can't understand. You have a $25 ticket.
Yeah.
You've been here for 2 hours already. Your son's breaking out the gavel. That's going to cost you $50.
Yeah, it's difficult. I've
Judge, I've had that 150 years. He's had it about 2 seconds and broke it.
Just let him go. Let him go.
Yeah, I haven't. I've
So
tried.
this has to be a good story. Why are you here?
Well, I've got a ticket. I went to family court, and what had happened was I paid for an hour, and then I was going to walk away, and then I thought about it because before I paid for an hour, and I've stayed in family court. You never know how long you're going to be there, and I've stayed longer. Now, because of it's that meter where the whole strip, it doesn't allow me to put for that same car. So what I did was I put the 2 tickets
I have him here.
in my window.
I have them.
I put the 2 tickets in my window, and it doesn't show that hour.
You got the ticket at 10:24.
10:24, yes. So what I'm saying is I paid for 2 hours.
The ticket at 10:24.
I was there probably a little bit before 9. I should have gotten till 11 o'clock. I was there probably a little bit.
First meter allowed you to park until 10:19. You missed by 5 minutes. The matter is dismissed.
Thank you, I
I want the
appreciate it.
gavel back. 10:19. You missed by 5 minutes. The matter is dismissed.
Thank you, I appreciate
All
it.
right.
Oh, no. Everything in his mouth. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Come on. How cool is that? If you'd like to see more cases like this one, tune into Court in Providence every weekday. How cool is that? Excuse me? Like to see more cases. You didn't know Court in Providence is also a TV show every weekday. Oh wow, your life just got substantially better. To find out what show. Nice. Oh wow.